She wants to leave as a legacy for her grandchildren.
I found in it simple lessons that many of us can use in our day-to-day lives. So as we were driving, Kala has also sent a picture of some of the things that are on the menu today.
These were put here because every morning I want to wake up and I say I'm doing the book for my grandkids. But then I had a lot of students, a lot of youngsters could benefit. So my friend said, why don't you do it for everyone? Yes. I have used certain tools and tips to better my life, and that's why I call it my life hacks. We call it toddler. Yeah, I want to show you how to make it. So I will just take a little of this and smear it onto this. Apply it in all the possible sides.
So needless to say, that's a dish that's already stolen my heart, even before I've tasted it. Hi folks, hope you're doing well. Welcome to a new vlog. We're at home now, but we're just about to step out. And today we're stepping out for something really interesting. So a friend of ours, actually a friend of Shri, she is about to turn 60. And what she decided to do was something very special. She wrote down about all the lessons that she had learnt in life in the last 6 decades of her life, and she distilled that to a book, and that's the book that our friend has written. Yeah. Her name is Kala Kudva and the book is called My Life Hacks. It's a lovely Thursday afternoon here in Bengaluru. Stopped raining, so it's getting a little warm now. So the plan is to visit Kala Kudva at her home and speak to her about the book.
She wants to leave as a legacy for her grandchildren.
So this is a book that she wants to leave as a legacy for her grandchildren. But I was just browsing through the book this morning, and I found in it many lessons, many simple lessons that many of us can use in our day-to-day lives. And after all, this comes from the wisdom of 6 decades. So there is something really precious that's contained in that book. And the other thing that really touched my heart is that all the proceeds from this book go towards a very special cause. We're not going to talk about it now. We're going to get to Kala's place and let her speak to us more about the book and also about the cause that this book hopes to support. And if I didn't mention it already, I'm told Kala is a terrific cook.
Yeah, yeah, she's an excellent cook.
So apart from the book, it's the promise of a delicious meal that got me excited about a visit to her place. And I hope you find this vlog an interesting watch too. I'm reading here, she has a chapter on foodies. Okay. Very interesting line. It says, food is the new fashion. Many people are obsessed with food.
Right.
I think she's probably referring to me.
Work around your problems, you know how to solve a problem and when to keep quiet. There's so many things, interesting chapters for everybody, you know.
I think that when to keep quiet, probably I could certainly read. So they're short chapters.
Yeah, there are short chapters, 2 to 3 pages, and you can read like, you know, every day like 5-6 chapters. It actually, you know, like makes you feel so positive, and it is very educative and informative. I read close to like 10-15 chapters. But I felt it's like one of the, you know, like, I mean, you should read this book. You must read this book. Not because she's my friend, but even otherwise, you know, it's like must-have books in your home.
And I was also flipping through this book, and like Shri said, there are these short chapters, and each one of these chapters has an interesting nugget on life. So as we were driving, Kala has also sent a picture of some of the things that are on the menu today. I don't know if you can see it, but I think these are some foodies if I'm not mistaken. Some fried fritters. In fact, this is quite similar to what I showcased in the Lighthouse vlog. So this certainly looks like it's going to be a good afternoon. Some good conversation and also some lunch. Hello.
Thank you. See, today is Krishna Janmashtami and another Krishna, like another Pan is coming home.
Thank you.
Welcome. The same starting words, no?
Well, we are here with the lady of the hour. We are here with Kala Kudva at her beautiful home, and that's her husband, Ravi.
Hi.
Kripal, I'm so happy you have come to our humble abode.
No, not at all. This is such a lovely, cozy sort of space. I can already feel the energy of the place.
Thank you. This was done with a lot of, a lot of mindfulness.
Okay.
With the experiences of the past. It just happened that I got it right finally.
So you spoke about mindfulness when I was reading your book, or actually I was glancing through the book.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of mindfulness too that's gone into that book.
So all the life learnings, experiences, and whatever has every incident that has helped me to turn sights into insights. That is the main thing which has helped. I think the observation level, which has helped me to become better and better, a better version of myself.
I'm sure this book has been many years in the making.
Snippets of my life, what I could remember.
Okay.
I've just done it in the last 9 months.
Oh, that's it.
And these were put here because every morning I want to wake up and I say I'm doing the book for my grandkids. And it started with a legacy for my grandkids. But then I had a lot of students. I had a lot of students all over the world now because they've grown big. So a lot of youngsters could benefit. So my friend said, why don't you do it for everyone? Why only for your grandkids? So it had to be redone to make it public. I was born and raised in Mumbai.
Okay.
But after marriage, I have been in Bangalore. So in Bangalore, when the kids grew up, I thought that I do not want to just be a housewife. So I went and taught in their school. Then they finished, they moved to college, they were in the hostels, but I continued there. So I was there for 15 years.
Oh, okay.
So those students which were with me when they were young and now they're in all parts of the world. So it will help them too.
I must admit, I haven't spent too much time with the book. I probably spent the last couple of hours with the book.
Right.
But what I find very interesting about the book is that anybody can relate to it across genders, across age groups, across social profiles. It doesn't matter what strata of society you may come from.
Yes.
You will find something in that for everyone. And there is a focus in the book, right? So you talk about 3 areas.
Yeah, that's right. Relationships, health and finance. All 3 are necessary for a wholesome and balanced life. You cannot be 100 in one and 0 in the other. You have to have a minimum of 35% pass mark, like how we used to have in school. You're not promoted if you don't have 35 in one. You cannot be in 100 in maths and 0 in languages.
Correct.
You need a minimum of 35% pass. So similarly in life also, there are so many aspects like career, spouse, relationships, all that come under that. So these basic aspects.
Relationships,
yes.
Then there is finance.
And then there is health.
And there is health, right?
Yes.
So there's no health, no wealth, right? Isn't that what the doctor said?
Perfectly right. Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
Otherwise, wealth is meaningless.
Wealth is meaningless, that's right.
Yes.
You can have all the wealth, but if you don't have the health and if you don't have the facilities
Yes.
on your body to enjoy it, what
Correct,
point
correct.
is that?
I know. So I felt that youngsters, these days have, it's a very consumeristic society. So youngsters have a lot of ways to spend money. So they don't concentrate on their finances. But finances is important because the magic of compounding happens when you start young. So that I wish the youngsters can gain from my book, that if they even save 20, even 10% of their income, by the time, they have only 35 years of work life. And then today 35 years of retirement maybe, because you live well into your
Correct,
30s.
you live long.
So if you end up, spending recklessly or not saving enough, then retirement could be a ticking time bomb.
Many a times you read books that are a little philosophical and you say, okay, fine, that sounds great, but can I relate to it? And I think that's what's interesting about your book. Your book is very pragmatic, is it?
Practical, very hands-on for youngsters and old people. Yes.
And therefore life hacks.
Yes. I have used certain tools and tips to better my life, and that's why I call it my life hacks. Yes.
But Kala's life hacks that can be used by anybody. Universally.
Yes. The 2 girls.
2 girls when they were small, taken at
Neha and Nikki when they were
EGK.
young.
That time
And now
EGK
their
was quite
kids are older
famous.
than this.
EGK, the studio.
Studio on
Yes,
MG
yes,
Road.
yes.
It was customary then to go to studios and
Yes.
take
EGK
these
and
sport.
GK Bell. There were only 2 of them at that point of time.
Correct.
I see him every
They
day.
were the two who made me get up from bed every morning to write the book.
Yeah.
I took just 9 months to finish because every day I was saying that. So if I am a little slack or I get the writer's block, I used to say, I owe it to them. I have to make it happen. This is for my 60th birthday. This has to be ready.
November 9th.
Yes, and I'm thinking that
That's our
well
anniversary.
before that. Yes, I remember that. Yes, so both of us won't forget
I
it.
know.
Yes.
That looks a little similar.
Similar.
Huh?
In fact, I modeled the kitchen the way I wanted it. There was a wall over here.
Okay.
It was broken down, and the entry was made from here. So I have made, the stove part here, so that when I look outside, I can see those pictures. And that was the motivation, the drive that saw to it that within 9 months the book was released. This book is my third baby. Yes, that much commitment, that much hard work has gone into
And
it.
shows each and every chapter you go through, right?
Yes.
You can actually relate to it, or you pick a couple of points from there.
Yes, yes.
I think maybe I should do this.
Yes, that's what I want. I want every reader to get 5 key takeaways. When you also finish reading the book, Shri, I want 5 key takeaways.
I think I will give 10 because there's so many keys. Very nice.
And because it's the instant age, I made the chapters small. Just one example, one message.
Each chapter is different. 3-4 chapters, close it.
And you can pick up any chapter. It's not in sequence, right? Random. I have just taken random thoughts, and I didn't I particularly didn't compartmentalize it. I didn't put it into relationships under one heading, and I said no. Then people who are not interested in finance will never read about finance.
Correct.
And those who are not interested in health will not. So I just made it a mix and match.
That's pretty much how life is, right?
Yes.
You can't really compartmentalize things.
Right.
So, for example, relationships, there is also an element, a thread of finance, your personal finances that run through it.
Right.
When you talk about, let's say, being happy, there's a thread of health that runs through it.
Yes.
So, I think that's very practical. It's all interwoven. It's all intertwined. That's right. That's the correct word.
That's the correct word, right.
Well, talking, we've arrived at the kitchen. I think my favorite part, and I can already see some of those dishes out there. And Shri gave me a preview of what it was about.
Yes.
So, what are we
Before I
tasting
go,
today?
I'm going to tell you, I have made patra, what do you call it? We call it patrade. Yeah, I want to show you how to make it. I'm going to demonstrate.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
The colocasia leaves.
Yes. And the colocasia root, what is the colocasia root?
Arbi.
Arbi, right.
Ah.
So I have it in my backyard.
Oh, really?
Yes, I can show you.
She
Come.
just goes in
Yes.
the balcony and plants.
Yeah. Taken the 5 leaves from here to demonstrate.
Oh, today you
Today
plucked.
I've plucked it for the shoot.
Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
See about how she does everything herself.
Both Ravi and I both.
We believe a lot in a
Yeah.
place for everything,
And
and
everything
everything should be in its place.
And of course, we also have to spend a couple of moments talking about Ravi.
Yes.
Like they say, of course, behind every successful man, there is a.
But in this case, it's the reverse.
I think it works both ways.
Yes.
And so, Ravi Kudva is actually Dr. Ravi Kudva, an ENT specialist, surgeon.
So he's been steadfast support for me, and many a times, if I could not work in the morning, we used to sacrifice our TV time, so that he used to say, no, you make up. In the morning you are busy, you make up in the evening. So he was very cooperative. It wouldn't have happened without his help. No way.
Okay, she wrote it. Would you read it?
Yeah, each chapter she will narrate to me. Then I will point out any mistakes, or you can add on something, or you can delete something. On and off, I have been trying to help her out and give my inputs.
Yes.
To write, no disturbance at all. I'll be in one room reading or doing something. She'll be in another room, right? No
In
question.
short.
How many years have you
short.
been?
Married 41.
42nd year.
And
in progress.
we are separately together.
We were separately together.
Now the book is over, so now we can be together.
Yeah, good.
Today there is kotto, we call it kotto, and it is made, the idli batter is put into these jackfruit leaf cones and steamed.
The kotta kadbu.
Yes,
So you call it kotto.
we call it kotto. Right?
All right. So you're GSBs.
GS.
Okay, from Bangalore.
Originally from Bangalore. first knit these two together and then knit these 4.
So those are what, toothpicks, is it?
You can use, a new broom or something like that where you can cut it and use it. Then you fold this into this and make it like this.
Ah.
This is an art, yes.
It's not like,
It's not easy. You need a lot of, practice.
So you learned this from your mom?
Not from my mom. I got married pretty young.
Okay.
So my mother-in-law taught me.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
So you've ensured a transition from your mom's culinary traditions
Yes.
to Kala.
My mother used to make it every Sunday, But I learnt it here from her, from my mother-in-law, yes.
Fantastic. So in that goes the idli batter.
Yes, and then you steam it in this.
So are we going to be tasting these?
Of course. I've made sure that I, highlight the delicacies, Mangalore delicacies.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Because, see, he has a lot of those, he's gone to, I've seen your videos, he's gone to a lot of those Mangalorean joints where they serve all those ghee roast and all those kind of things, puli munch, all those. But I thought these kind of things, I don't know whether someone would have shown him.
Yeah.
I've certainly tasted my share of the kotte kadbus, but I think the first time I'm actually seeing the leaf, the basket for that come together.
Okay. So we devein it actually. Once we get the colocasia leaf, we devein it here.
Okay.
So it's like, it's flat now. Of course, these are very tender leaves. So, and even the veins here, so that they don't interfere. See here, I've cut this.
Ah, okay.
I've cut this.
So it doesn't kind of become
it
like
doesn't-
stringy on the bite.
Yes. And kept it ready to apply the paste.
So what's in the paste?
Coconut, bedgi chilies, tamarind, hing, that is asafoetida, and green gram.
Green gram.
Yes, and a little of rice. Little of rice just to bind it. So I use very little rice. Many people use a lot of rice, which I don't. I use more of green gram and less of rice. I've washed my hands, so I will just take a little of this and smear it onto this. Apply it in all the possible sides. It has to be done not this way, the other way.
The inside part of the leaf.
Yes.
And why is that?
That is how it is. I've never questioned that, but I have seen everyone doing it like that. So I think it's just out of habit. Then the third one.
So basically you are layering it one on top of the other.
Yes. See, I have layered it here also.
Okay.
Yes, bigger ones down and the smaller ones on top. So now finally what we do is we close it like this.
I can smell the aroma of that.
Yeah, and just apply a little paste here. And then we start rolling it. And there it is, ready to be
Steamed.
Yes. So we put it in this type of a cooker, steamer, and steam it for 45 minutes because these leaves take a longer time to cook. So this is ready. Patrade, after it is steamed.
Causes some itching and therefore they apply some coconut oil.
Yes.
Huh?
So this has been tested. It does not cause itching, and that's why I've planted it. So it's homegrown, right?
It does create itching in the throat.
Yes.
Because I've seen a lot of people after having this called
Correct.
putrado,
They feel that.
they feel itchy. But that lasts for about an hour or so.
Correct.
And you just drown it in a glass of water, it should go.
It is karamani, okay? And I have sprouted this and made a dish. I've sprouted that karamani.
So what is the karamani in English? It's what Alsande kalu, right?
We call it bagda in Mangalore.
And that you've cooked with some sautekai.
And I've cooked it with
Mangalore cucumber.
Yes. This is the sprout. So it's a very healthy dish. And this is one of our delicacies, and I started making it for special people. It's a lot of effort because you have to remove the skin.
Oh yeah.
I have to soak it in water for 8 hours, then the skin comes out. So when we remove the skin, then we
you
cook.
sprout.
Yes.
Amanna is called black-eyed beans or called cowpeas.
Cowpeas, cowpeas. So speaking of food, so in your book, so I just saw there was one chapter that's a foodie.
My mother-in-law used to always tell me that, Kala will take little, but she'll relish it. I'm not a foodie as such, and I'm not very fussy. But if I have to do something, I'd rather do it, take a lot of effort to do it properly.
All right.
Yeah. So, but not too much of focus on food.
There's not too much food in the book.
Yeah.
But thankfully there's enough food in this kitchen here at least.
I know there's lots because I know you're a foodie. So I have made the best of the Konkani cuisine today.
Fantastic.
So, yes,
Lucky us.
This is the tender cashew nuts.
The tender cashew, okay.
Yeah, which we use for this curry.
With the tondekai. So very minimal oggarane, just some saswe, some.
Yes, actually, in Mangalore we don't use much of spices as such because we want the taste of the vegetable. It's not drowned with all those garam masala and all that.
Right.
This is called teasel gourd.
Teasel gourd.
Yeah, teasel gourd. It's like a mouse, right?
I know.
With the tail.
And I have made this from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do we call it in Konkani or
In
Kannada?
Konkani we call it thagil.
Phagil.
Yes.
So I recently tasted some foodies at a restaurant that's run by two GSB ladies.
Okay. Oh.
And in all the foodies that I tasted the banana, I tasted the gulla.
Okay.
But the phagil
Was not there.
was not there. So I was just wondering what it will taste like, and today we'll have an opportunity to find out.
Yes. So I've made 5 important ones. Then the other one is parval, they call it. This is called pointed gourd.
Pointed gourd.
Pointed gourd.
That's a parval.
Yes. Breadfruit is definitely one of the delicacies of Mangalore.
And you call it the Jew Guja.
Jeev kadgi.
Jeev kadgi, correct.
We wait for it. It's not available around the year. It's very seasonal. We like it in any form. Fried is of course the best.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about many of the Mangalorean specialities, and many of the Mangalorean delicacies.
Yeah.
It's simple preparations, minimal fuss, minimal ingredients, but what's very important is getting the right produce at the right time.
Yes.
Right, and that's what makes it precious. So if you look, Kala has preserved that rather carefully.
Yes. Just
Right?
to show it to you.
Just to show it to me, and also of course to savor on future meals.
And your viewers will see it, right? They can associate, otherwise they won't know what it is. When I just show them this, they thought
It's always nice to know where your food comes from.
Yes.
Provenance.
The raw to the
Final
product.
Fantastic.
Yes. That is sweet potato.
That is sweet potato, okay.
Yes. And this is karela.
Karela, bitter gourd.
We call it motiale.
In Goa, they call it the motia.
I've seen him eating all those other fishes. I said, let me make for him these kind of things so that
He will love it.
It's got a silver coloration on the top.
Correct.
on the fish,
That's why it's called a silver fish.
Silver fish.
Best to save for the last. This is the pomfret.
Oh! Fantastic! Alepiao. The alepiao is basically the onion and the ginger. That's right.
Alle is the ginger.
Is the ginger and piao is the.
Yes, onion.
So that's a very traditional alepiao curry. And what do you call pomfret in Konkani?
Manji.
So needless to say, that's a dish that's already stolen my heart. Even before I've tasted it. The manji alepiao.
This is the menu here.
Oh my goodness, that's a big menu.
Oh, lovely. This is a delicacy. Bagda ambat.
Bagda ambat.
Yes.
With the kotto, okay.
Yes.
There's a bit of an aroma of that leaf even that comes in, gets into the kotto.
Just as I was completing the book, our daughter called me up and then she told me that her best friend's daughter, 2-year-old daughter, was diagnosed with cancer. Then and there I made up my mind that yes, this is for whatever income, whatever I get from this, it's going to go towards the child's treatment.